Yo, how's it going, guys? I'm going to show you a training method that I use to kind of help out with my basic defenses. This is kind of for when you're on the defense, you're in disadvantaged state, your opponent has the advantage, and you're kind of having to just sit there and block. This is to help you get through that and help maybe increase your reactions times. Things we're going to be working on here is anti-airing jump-ins, reverse drive impact, and being able to properly block overheads and lows and reacting to those overheads so that we aren't getting hit by them. So you're going to start off, you're going to go into training mode, obviously. Then you're going to go into your recording settings, and then you're going to go over to record right here. You should have 5 slots filled up whenever you get done with this. So we'll go to slot 1. We're going to start off with the jump in and heavy, and then we're going to move on to slot 2, where we're going to restart this recording. We're going to input the drive impact. Oh, I hit the heavy punch button. There we go. And then we are going to move on to slot 3. We're going to input a drive rush overhead. And I like to do follow-up attacks. If I can stop butchering this. Oh. There we go. And then we are going to move on to slot 4. And we're going to do a low into a medium. And then we're going to do slot 5. And we're just going to do a basic like drive rush pressure. All right, and then once you get those set up, you can just restart your training mode, and then you also want to go into your replay here in the same tab as your record, and then you're going to go and turn everything on. Then make sure the random selection rate is all at 1 if you're wanting to practice everything evenly. Otherwise, you can up the selection rate if there's something you want to practice against particularly. Like, I'm particularly bad against drive impact, so I could up that a little bit to kind of help with me with my drive impacts. And then down here, you want replay info display set to disable only for random playback. This keeps you from showing how many frames up in the top left corner. This way you can't see it and know what's coming. And then you want repeat replay on. So all you got to do is hit the replay button and it just goes. And then you can sit here and practice this as long as you'd like. All right. And I hope that helps you guys level up and have fun. Also, as a quick side note that I forgot to add into the video, we'll be mentioning that you want to be blocking everything except for the jump-ins and the drive impacts. You want to be anti-airing the jump-ins, and then you want to be reverse DIing the DIs. Everything else you want to block, and this will help you whenever you're at disadvantaged state. So you typically want to crouch block against everything, and then the overhead is pretty reactable. See there, I just did that. And you want to stand block for the overhead. And then if there's any particular character you're struggling against, you can always just swap them out in the training mode and set it up the same basic way. So like, let's say, for example, you're struggling to recognize Akuma's overhead, then you could swap Ryu out for Akuma, set everything else up the same, and then it will help you get used to what Akuma's overhead looks like.